Stan Gibilisco here with take number 6 and probably the final take in my sequence on dirty electricity. But this is a little bit different. This is using a concept that we've developed for looking at dirty electricity for an entirely different purpose. But this experiment must take place somewhere out in the Boone docks, like far, far, far away from any power lines or anything like that. Well, I was thinking about buying a place when I had a little bit of money on top of the Bighorn Mountains. And I figured that in the middle of the winter there wouldn't even be anybody using any generators up there, so that wouldn't cause any problem either. It was at least 10 miles away from any power lines, so electromagnetic dirty electricity noise would be essentially absent at that location. So we could use a device like this, a sort of a jazzed up detector for dirty electricity, to look at or listen to electromagnetic noise created by the Earth's own magnetic field and all of the related cosmic noise that may occur at frequencies below approximately, well, as we've seen on the display with Digipan, probably less than or equal to, well, don't erase blankness, 5,500 hertz. That's in the audio frequency range, also known as VLF when you make electromagnetic fields out of it, very low frequency, and ultra low frequency, below 3 kilohertz. You ever heard of that? ULF, ultra low frequency. What we do basically is we take a long wire, as long as we can make it, fly it with a kite or a balloon up in the air as high as we can, and as high as the Federal Aviation Administration will let us, feed it to a very sensitive audio preamplifier, and then to whatever. We can listen directly to it with a pair of headphones, or we can connect it to a computer and run Digipan or Hamscope or some other spectrum analyzer audio frequency program to look at this the way we would look at dirty electricity, the way we just did look at dirty electricity in take number 5. And this, to look at this, what is this? Well, I've heard that as the Earth's magnetosphere or magnetic field shifts under varying influences from the sun, it creates noise at these frequencies, VLF and ULF, and that with a device like this we could listen to and or look at the spectral display of that noise. And one of my lifelong goals has always been to do that. It's not like I would die if I didn't do it, but I'd love to do it. The problem is, it has to be far, far away from any power lines, and all it takes is one bozo to start up an electric generator to power his own or her own dwelling out there, and you're sunk, because it will create its own interference, and that will show up and overwhelm the weak so-called signals of the Earth's own magnetosphere, magnetic field, ionosphere, as it shifts and moves around under the influences of solar radiation. Those are my thoughts, my final thoughts on this spectrum analyzer for dirty electricity. This time, it's more like dirty cosmic noise. Well, is there a such thing as clean cosmic noise, or do those words even matter? Oh, shucks. Stan Gibilisco signing off, probably for good in this sequence. Until the next sequence, so long.